Everybody, so welcome back to my channel. Now, I decided to create a video na will also help people in their interviews. So, yung first video ko was for the HR, kung paano siya magkakandak ng interview. Now, ang gagawin naman natin is, kung ikaw naman yung aplikante, what are you going to do? So, in every interviews, always remember na you have to be prepared. First, you research about the company and the position that you are applying for. There are a lot of instances na, for example, I invited the candidate for an interview. Ang sagot sa akin, ma'am, anong company nga ito? Ma'am, ano nga yung position na ina-applyan ko? Unsure. It's very unsure, and that will give the interviewer an image of you na ano ba naman 'to, hindi alam yung ina-applyan, hindi alam kung saan nag-a-apply, at hindi alam kung ano yung position na gusto niya. Now, once you send your applications to companies, kailangan i-jot down nyo yung notes o anong company yung pinagsendahan nyo, kailan kayo nag-send, and ano yung position na in-apply nyo for that organization. You need to make sure you're also prepared kung ano yung ipoproject mong image sa kanila. You dress appropriately for the position as well. Kung, for example, you're applying for an HR position, of course, you have to look as an HR to arrive on time. Most of the time, when I send an interview invitation for, like, for example, ngayon, isend ko siya ngayon, tapos bukas yung interview, may mga nakaschedule niya yan. Every 30 minutes, may candidate na akong darating na ina-expect. So, ilang interviews yung ginagawa ng isang HR, marami pa siyang ginagawa. And it's hassle naman if hahabulin pa ninyo yung oras pare-pareho, diba? At least 5 minutes for you to prepare sa comfort room, freshen up, tapos look for the HR. Yun lang. Hindi siya kailangan na sobrang early ka naman. While waiting, syempre, while you're still waiting sa lobby or kung saan mang area ng office ng isang organization, hindi mo alam kung sino yung HR, hindi mo alam kung sino yung nag-invite sa'yo. So, you need to create that image na you look professional, you look knowledgeable about the position that you're applying for. Kasi, very important yung first, sabi nila first 10 seconds, yung iba 2 to 3 seconds, or yung iba 7 seconds na impression sa'yo. So, pag nakita ka ng HR, tapos you're like slouch, yung nakasit ka na tapos nakaslouch. So, dapat, sit well, maayos yung pag-upo, maayos yung pananamit. Huwag yung naka-frown, kasi I get to interviews before, mga naka-frown, parang kahit patawanin mo siya, hindi siya talaga, hindi talaga siya nag-smile. Or kung mag-smile man siya, ang maldita pa rin ang tingin sa kanya. So, sometimes I'm trying to tell the candidate, pero it's, hard to change it immediately. So, you need to make sure na you look pleasant, smiling, tapos you look friendly. Next, avoid distractions and keep an eye contact. When I say avoid distractions, please keep your mobile phones in silent mode. Okay, kasi it's hard. So, for example, nandiyan na si HR explaining things, asking questions, tapos biglang nag-ring yung phone, parang, kalma. Parang kung ikaw yung HR, kalma. Ang daming beses nangyari sa akin yan. You don't want to ruin the, parang yung, what do you call this? Yung inyong, nag-log. You do not want to ruin that, that specific time. Yung, kumbaga, parang yung nasa dulo ng dila ko. What do you call this? Later, babalikan ko, maalala ko rin yun. So, you do not want to ruin that moment, diba, na maganda yung pag-uusap ninyo. So, you need to make sure na close or naka-silent mode yung phone. And next, eye contact. Your sincerity will will be seen sa pagkakaroon ng eye contact. Kung talagang you're also telling the truth, and if you're sincere kung ano man yung mga sinasabi mo at lumalabas sa bibig mo. So, next, you need to make sure that you are confident and you're comfortable. When I say you're confident, iba ang confident sa arrogant ha. Meron kasi yung iba na parang they're reflecting confidence sa pagiging arrogante. So, hindi siya ganun. Be confident. You're confident enough to present yourself, to articulately present yourself, or to spontaneously present your self. Yan, dapat ganun. And, of course, makikita rin yung confidence sa pananamit, and makikita rin yung confidence mo in sometimes in the way you stand, the way you sit, nandun na yung confidence. Tapos, be comfortable. I know ang interview is nerve-wracking, nakakakaba siya. But, you need to make yourself comfortable. Yun nga, kung ikaw yung interviewer, you need to crack or break the ice para hindi ganun ka nervyoso yung aplikante. And you as the applicant naman, you need to be comfortable as well in presenting yourself para at least si HR or si recruiter, hindi rin siya mahirapan in gauging your personality. Okay, next is body language. Body language is verbal or non-verbal, and you're doing it unconscious or conscious. Sample of body language is arms crossed over your chest. There are people while talking, they're biting their nails. There are some who's tapping the table while speaking. Or there are some who's putting their hands on their cheek and lean like this on the table while talking to you. When you nod, that means if slow, that means the person you're talking to is interested with what you're saying. If fast nod, that means that person wanted you to finish speaking na. Some naman, with regards to the proximity, yung distance natin, that means kung close kayo while speaking to each other, that means you have good rapport. That indicates good rapport. But if not, that means you do not have that mutual connection. Last, eye contact. Eye contact, I mentioned earlier, that is very important because that says a lot if you are talking to that person sincerely and you're not lying or you're telling the truth. One way for you to check if that person is lying, if that person look upward to the right, that means that person is lying. If that person look upward and to the left, that means that person is recalling his or her memory. So, that person is telling the truth. There are candidates during interview nagaganyan ng hair, nasisisa, di ba? Diba nagaganyan ng hair, or di kaya yung nagkukuyako, yung nagsishake ng legs. Nakaka-distract kasi siya. Yun, naalala ko na, nakakasira ng momentum. O, di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo, maalala ko yun. Oh my gosh, it took me how many minutes to remember yung momentum, kainis. So, yun, nakakasira siya ng momentum. Okay? Next, be a storyteller. When I say be a storyteller, sabi ko nga sa'yo, pag ako yung nag-interview, I only have one question to start with. And for you to run through your educational background and work experiences. And when you answer that, kung ikaw naman yung aplikanteng sasagot ng question ko, take your time na ma-explain mo siya. Yung masabi mo talaga kung ano yung about the position. For example, ano yung naging trabaho mo sa ganitong company, ano yung ginawa mo, ano yung dahilan ba't ka umalis. Yung spontaneous ba, hindi na kailangan yung parang isang tanong, isang sagot, parang ganyan. Mas maganda kasi that you articulately and spontaneously can express your thoughts. Next, practice. Very important ang practice. When I was starting, tinatry ko yan before sa banyo or sa kwarto na parang kakausapin ko yung sarili ko sa salamin. So, it helps kasi wala ka naman din ibang kausap eh. So, it helps na kumbaga parang you get to practice. think that would be all. As for me, kung ako kasi yung nag-i-interview, I'm not really strict when it comes to the interview. Skala lang ng marami, stricta ako. Pero hindi po ako stricta. May pagka-stricta lang, pero not that super strict. As an interviewer, I need to project as well that image kasi nga, yun yung way ko of uh, getting or knowing the candidate more. Not to intimidate candidate, but sometimes kung ma-intimidate kasi yung candidate, dun mo rin makikilala kung how he or she will handle the interviewer or other people. By the way, very important sa candidate that you assess yourself as well. So, for example, bumagsak ka sa interview na to, there are HR na sasabihin sa'yo bakit ka bumagsak. Once you receive that constructive criticism from an HR, you as the applicant must assess yourself saan ka ba nagkaroon ng pagkukulang. Magagamit mo siya with your future interviews diba? Hindi lang naman yan yung maging interview mo. Hindi natatapos dun yung mundo mo. So, magkakaroon ka pa ng maraming interviews. And you do not want to do the same thing sa susunod mong interviews. Kasi yun na nga yung reason mo ba't ka bumagsak Tapos gagawin mo ulit, di bumagsak ka ulit. Hindi na siya nag-improve, kumbaga. So, you as a person, you need to assess yourself. Pag uwi mo ng bahay, paano ba ako nagdamit? Paano ko ba pinresent yung sarili ko? Paano ko ba kinausap yung interviewer? Paano ba ako nag-answer ng mga questions niya? So, very important yan. Kasi ikaw lang naman din nakakakilala ng sarili mo. Wala namang iba. So, yeah, I think that would be all. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. Have a good day. Bye!